How does that sound to you, being called a champion? You're forever a champion. How cool is that?
Yeah, it's kind of weird at first, but I mean, it has a nice ring to it. So it makes me smile.
Yes, as it should. Absolutely. I mean, how often have you been reliving that whole tournament, and especially that championship point over the last week and a half?
Oh yeah, I mean, it's been kind of crazy, to be honest. I mean, kind of looking back at everything and watching a little bit of the highlights from past week and kind of reliving it. It's been a pretty hectic week, but honestly, coming home and relaxing and reflecting, it's a nice feeling overall.
Vicky, there's been so much made of the way you've risen through the ranks of pro tennis so quickly. I mean, take us back to a year ago. You were ranked in the 300s in the world. Coming into the year, you were over on the developmental tours, playing smaller events, not necessarily winning a lot of them, although you did get a streak going there. What was it like back then, and what kept your belief that you could get to this level?
Yeah, well, I mean, having to play so many matches, especially on like the Challenger Tour, kind of prepared me for this because, I mean, playing on the WTA and playing amongst the top 10 in the world, it's obviously a different feeling. And, of course, they may be a slightly better level, but I think playing those kinds of matches and having so many matches under my belt has honestly prepared me for moments like these. And, I mean, I'm really happy to compete at a higher level, and I think just coming up there and showing what I can do and having good belief in myself definitely helps as well.
So after you win, as you mentioned, you came home, you got to kind of recalibrate a little bit. You're at the Jays game tonight, throwing out the first pitch. We'll get to that momentarily. But, Cincinnati is currently ongoing, and you've played so much tennis. You're still young. You're riding a high. Was it a difficult choice to decide not to go down to Cincinnati, or was it a pretty obvious one that a break was in the best interest and just kind of soak in the win in Montreal as long as you possibly can?
Yeah, well, I mean, it was always in my plan to play Cincinnati. I've never played that tournament either, so I was really excited to go, but of course I never expected myself to be in the final, so that obviously kind of took a change of plans to kind of rest up. And, I mean, at the end of the day, these are all kind of, I'd say, warm-up tournaments for the Grand Slam. And, I feel like all my focus is really on U.S. Open, and it's the last Grand Slam of the year. So it'd be great that I'm fully healthy and I have full energy and put all my attention into that one.
So how does winning in Montreal change your expectation for the U.S. Open?
Well, I wouldn't say that I have like a whole expectation for myself at the U.S. Open, but I'd say winning in Montreal definitely gave me a bit more confidence. Playing against, former Grand Slam champions, of course, it's never easy, but it just shows that I can do it as well. And having played those matches, what level it takes to win those kinds of matches as well. So I think it helped me with my confidence and to get a lot of matches out of the way to kind of prepare for such a tournament.
How great would it be to bring that crowd in Montreal down in New York?
Oh, it'd be great, of course. But I know some Canadian fans will make their way down and come to support as well.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, the crowd was incredible. And, it's always going to be patriotic whenever there's a Canadian playing, the men's side, women's side, Toronto, Montreal, whatever it is. But did you pick up at any point, like during the tournament, like a flip of the switch where it went from, okay, we're cheering for Vicky because she's Canadian to we're cheering for Vicky because we think she's actually going to win this thing? Like, did you pick up on the confidence of the crowd as your tournament continued in Montreal?
I'd say definitely. I think at some point, of course, at the start of the tournament, many people were cheering for me, but as the rounds went on, there was more and more people, and all of a sudden, I think around the quarterfinals, there was almost no seats left, I guess, in the stadium. And I saw people holding these like posters and signs of me, and they were like, "Allez, Vicky," and "Let's go." So, seeing that was really heartwarming, and I think it also had me super pumped to perform at the best I could as well.
Well, speaking of great Canadian crowds, Vicky, you're about to step in front of one tonight down at the Dome. You grew up in Burlington. What's your level of baseball enthusiasm, and how's your arm?
I'm really excited. First of all, I remember actually going to my first ever Blue Jays game about 10 years ago. So, no, I think it's a little bit of a full circle moment, and I'm excited to throw the first pitch. I mean, it's going to be a first for me. So I wouldn't say I'm not nervous, but it'll be fun.
Yeah. Oh, listen. Just do whatever you can to throw a strike. That's all you got to. Just get it off the mound, right? Have you been warming up at all? Is your plan to get down there and warm up a little bit, or what?
Yeah, I'll probably head over there and have some warm-up pitches, and we'll see.
There's got to be some transfer between your powerful serve and a pitch. I mean, they're kind of a similar motion, aren't they?
Yeah, it's pretty similar, so I don't think it'll be too bad.
Okay. Bring a racket out and just see what happens.
Yeah, you could serve the pitch in.
Maybe serve the pitch in.
Oh, that's a new idea too.
Yeah, I think that'd go viral pretty quickly.
Great.
I don't know if the Jays would necessarily allow it, but do you know who's going to be catching tonight? Is Vladdy going to be behind the plate? Have you heard anything about who's going to be actually catching the first pitch?
I have no idea.
Okay.
I have no idea. They'll surprise me, I guess. I don't know. We'll see when I get there.
Absolutely, with Vicky Mboko. So, as you get prepared for New York, how different do you expect a Grand Slam to feel compared to what you just went through in Montreal?
Well, I mean, Grand Slam is kind of the highest level tournament in tennis you can possibly do. And I remember playing like the French Open and Wimbledon, and of course the vibe and the ambiance is a lot higher. Mm-hmm. I know in the States too, in New York, it's going to be much more electric, and I know that there's going to be so many spectators and fans watching. So I think I'm also really excited for that.
Yeah, that'll be awesome.
Vicky, when you go from playing the Challenger Tour, you were playing in places like Saskatoon and Tunisia and Croatia and all over the world. You're playing in Portugal. When you go from sort of doing that grind of playing those relatively smaller events to playing these bigger events and now winning a very big event at the level below the Grand Slam, like what's the biggest difference to your day-to-day life?
Well, I'd say you kind of travel more to the known places, I'd say, and like you kind of have a more clear schedule of what your tour is going to look like. So you're just playing more of the main tour level tournaments, I'd say. And I mean, I think I would say scheduling comes a lot easier. And I mean, going to a place like New York versus Saskatoon may be pretty different. So I'd say that's pretty different for me.
Yeah, New York and Saskatoon, pretty different towns.
Both nice.
Very nice towns. Very, very good people. Well, safe travels and good luck tonight. We can't wait to see what you have in store on the mound this evening. Have fun with it. And congrats on what just happened in Montreal. We're all rooting for you once you get down in New York. So best of luck and thank you for doing this.
Thank you so much.